Hi, everyone. It is me, Diana, here. And today we're going to talk about, you know, about some folks who don't like Rini. Now, yes, there are folks in this world who do not like Rini. Why? I don't know. They got their grounds taken why. Some folks don't like her because of the bullying that she did, in Sailor Moon R, and what some would call gaslighting or wind lighting, you know, where you guilt someone else and shame someone else for something that you said or something you did and make it out that they're the bad one or whatever. Or they don't like her because, in Sailor Moon S, because her and Ataru are around, that a lot of sagas happen to have her in it with Ataru. Or they don't like her in Sailor Moon SS due to a lot of sagas having to do with her and Helios. Now, whatever the ground's sake or why for them not liking her, I just don't understand why they don't. You know? Everyone has who they like and who they don't like. You know? And the funny thing is that most folks would be happy with, a self, getting time to grow. But no, not them. You know? And if someone believes that, oh, that was only Deke and Pioneer, and that it doesn't happen in Viz, well, guess what? In Viz of Sailor Moon, the same thing happens. Rini and Ataru happen to be in a lot of sagas. Rini and Helios happen to be in a lot of sagas. So even though what they say might be unlike, what happens is mostly the same. And yeah, I can understand folks not liking the bullying that Rini did to Serena and Sailor Moon R. All right, I can understand that. And yes, that was also in Viz as well, so it's not a double standard. It isn't something that Deke made up. It was something that was there. They had to work with it. I can understand that. But them being unhappy that Rini was around and her friendship with Ataru was always the saga of Sailor Moon S going forwards, or Rini being around and her friendship, I guess, and some kind of kinship with Helios was going on, mostly during Sailor Moon SS. Well, that is what it is, And in the books, I think even in the books it comes up too. So it's not some, wasn't some freedom that was taken with the drawing show. In the books as well, it plays out mostly the same way too. And yeah, I just don't know why that is, you know. But everybody has the right to like what they like and not like what they don't like, you know. But here's one thing that they cannot say, is they cannot say, oh, well, that was only something that happened in the drawing show and it don't happen in the books. Like I said, yeah, it does happen in the books. It need be handled a little unlike, but it does happen in the books, And that's why it played out in Sailor Moon Hearst and Forever as well. That's mostly the same way. And you ask yourself before ending this film and say, are there folks out there that don't like Rini? Are there folks that get irked irked with her for the bullying that she did to Serena and Sailor Moon R, or her being around Ataru and a lot of those sagas playing out with their friendship, or her being around Helios and her sagas playing on Sailor Moon S. If there are folks, like that, then, well, that's too bad. You know, they got the right to be irked over it or not to like it. Well, that's too bad because it's in the show. It is what it is. And if you don't like it, that's all right. All right, give this film a like, share and playlist it, and I'll see you later.